Hello, Namaskar, welcome you to the SAAR Analysis. I am Chaman Nayak and here's my take. What if the biggest threat to the India's economy this year isn't a war, a recession or a geopolitics but a patch of unusually warm water thousands of kilometers away in the Pacific Ocean? Well, the threat has a name, that is El Nino. Well, according to the World Meteorological Organization, there is a 80% probability of El Nino developing during a crucial June to August period. Now consider this. Well, Indian Meteorological Department has projected monsoon rainfall at 90% of long period average, indicating a below normal monsoon. Well, for a nation where nearly half of workforce is linked directly or indirectly to agriculture, this is not just a weather update, it is an economic warning signal. Well, history offers a sobering lessons. During the three major El Nino years from year 91-92, from year 97-98 and between 2015 and 16, India's Kharif crop output suffered. Our analysis of this period have shows average decline of 1.3% of Kharif production despite improvement in irrigation and farming practices. But the headline numbers hides a deeper story. Well, some crops hit harder than others. Well, jowar production fell by a staggering of 28%, while two output dropped by 17.1%, bajra declined by 15.7%, and the nutri cereals fell by 13.8%, whereas cotton production slipped by 13%. Well, these are not just statistics, they represent the pressure on the food supplies, rising inflation, shrinking farm incomes, and greater uncertainty for the millions of households. Well, economists estimate that every percentage point of monsoon rainfall below the historical average, India's agricultural gross value added growth declines by approximately 0.4 percentage point. Well, in simpler terms, the weaker rains can translate into weaker rural demand, lower consumptions, and slower economic momentum. Yet, there's another story to it. Well, government officials argue that India today is far better prepared than decades ago. Well, massive investment in agriculture, massive investment in infrastructure, massive investment in water management and agricultural practices have reduced the economy's dependence on the rainfall alone. Well, the question is, there is no longer whether can India survive a weak monsoon or not. The real question is whether India can protect its farmer, whether India can stabilize the food prices, whether India can sustain growth while facing increasingly unpredictable climate change. Because El Nino is not merely a weather phenomena, it is a stress on Indian agriculture resilience, it is a stress on economic preparedness, it is a stress on climatic strategy. And as the clouds gather over the Kharif season, the stakes extend far beyond the farm. They reach every household, they reach every consumer, they reach every corner of the Indian economy. And the question is, if the climate shocks become a new normal, is India ready for the agriculture practices? Is India ready for the future? Or are we still preparing for the past? Well, that's all from SAAR Analysis. I am Chaman Nayak. I will be back with another episode. Till then, watch this.